Toadster back, got another replay. This is with Where Did I Park? He is in his Centurion 7-1, and he's going to get an ace today. I have not watched this, and, look at this. Look at this 1390. Just complete YOLO, right? And, Where Did I Park is going to just wait to take a shot, and he takes a great shot into the 1390. Now, this tank is quite good hull down, but it's got very little hull armor, and it's got low DPM. I own it. I've struggled with it, to be honest with you, and I love the M46 patent. So this is a great spot for him to go, though. But one of the other quirks of the tank is it's got 268 pen, which is amazing on its standard rounds. But its gold rounds are actually 480 damage, 210 penetration, and I've not gotten used to that. We'll see if he actually uses some of those rounds when he gets an opportunity to do so. But I don't use them very often, but that makes your DPM actually viable. The other thing it has is insane shell velocity as he's just working this middle ridge. Now, I feel like this middle ridge is the most important part of the map, and people have been ignoring it because it's very, very hard to play actively, especially if there's arty, and play well on this middle ridge. So a lot of people just ignore it just simply because they have a very difficult time with it. That's an unfortunate shot with the M103. But this EBR is wasting his tank. And I guess what's fair is fair. The M103 also tracks the Centurion. I don't know what it is about the M103 tracks, but they are like a freaking black hole, man. I don't know. So Where Did I Park is making an intelligent move, and he's repositioning, just micro positioning, so that his hull is not showing when he pops up there. Looks like that M103 is blind firing him, maybe. But currently, the Where Did I Park is just playing a slow game. This game is a slow game and is required to be a slow game. That was a smart move to back off, right? And you can see that our 132-1 has died on this corner here, which tells me that these guys are probably not in this area. It was a nice job of being patient there. So it's currently 3-2, but this map plays very, very slow. There's certain things you've got to do in order to win this map. And you notice that Object 704 has taken no damage, and that's something to pay attention to. But there are two guys pushing his base, and he's able to back off because he knows that there's really nothing on the other side. And this E50 he's able to put a shot into. The Conway is actually doing a pretty good job of just spotting stuff and staying as safe as he can. He's in trouble, right? You never really want to push the cap, and the reason you don't want to push the cap is that you get screwed over if you don't have guys on the other side defending. And so we're up to 2,400 damage, and Where Did I Park is just playing a very safe, solid game, right? So one thing I've noticed with this tank is you have to aim in. If you don't aim in with this thing, you are not going to do well. And again, the DPM becomes an issue. But Where Did I Park is just trying his best to make sure that he takes out guys as they push in, and he does take a hit there. That AMX 30B is doing quite well. That's not a very good tank. Doesn't have good armor. It does have good DPM, but it's got, the gun is really derpy. I can't remember what, if it's like 0.36 or 0.37 dispersion on a tier 10 tank. It's pretty derpy. So taking advantage of that DPM is difficult. So we're up to 2,900 damage, and Where Did I Park has decided to reposition, and I think that's the right call. Because now he can back up and be out of line of sight of the Ag Tiger and also the Object 430. So he's just patiently waiting for shots, and he's able to get a shot there into the 430. So when you're down to low hit points, it's smart just to play back. This tank actually excels at playing back. It's got really good dispersion, but it also doesn't have great DPM, so it's just a good idea not to be playing in the front line. So he's lit, so he just stays safe, right? And prays that the arty isn't looking at him. So one thing that you could do, I'm not saying that you're playing a bad game, but there's a... Oh, and there's arty. There's a depression right here that you could go sit in. And that depression is really useful, and it gets you a little bit further away. So it's 10 to 8, and our hero here has got a shot on that AMX 30B, who that AMX 30B did quite well. And lo and behold, there's arty. So that's always helpful when arty dies. Now at this point, he's, I think I would consider pushing forward, and the reason I would do that is for damage, right? You've got 3 kills, and you're in a position where sometimes you can cause somebody to YOLO you. And when they do that, then they get killed. But you can cause someone to YOLO you, and you can, especially with a tank destroyer, track them and then get a bunch of assist. So Where Did I Park is being nice in chat too. I like to see that. So he's not salty like I am. And the last tank alive is the T30, and he's been sitting up in that corner. I don't know that he's been getting a lot of shots. I haven't seen a lot of 750 alpha shots unless he's got the small gun. So we'll just have to see what happens here. But 5,200 combined, that's a great game in the Centurion 7-1. Little sip of coffee. Oh, here we go. Nice side shot, and he's going to get a bunch of assists maybe. So nobody wants to take the hit from that T30. But in reality, that T30 is full health and has basically done nothing all game. He's been sitting back, maybe farming damage, maybe not. And that kind of player, I would have probably pushed up, and maybe that was the wrong decision. I mean, because the gun is accurate and the shell velocity is so fast that he's got a really good chance to snipe him if this T30 moves out. So the T30 is going to have to make a decision, right? And his decision is to go after the Conqueror, and Where Did I Park does a great, perfect tracking shot for us. So good job, Where Did I Park. That's 4,700 damage, 1,700 assists. Let's go ahead and take a look at the after action report on this. Okay, where did I park? Looks like you did get an ace. You're telling the truth. Levishlio's medal. He killed 2 tanks that were a tier higher than him. He also got a Confederate for hitting at least 6 tanks that he did not kill. 2 bonds. 4,700 damage, and top of the team by over 300, over 350 actually. So 1,322 base XP there. And he even made money with a premium account, 30,000 credits. He would have made 6,000 without a premium. One thing is, you don't fire a lot of gold rounds just because, unless you're shooting at lightly armored targets, you know. So 21 shots, 18 hits, and 13 pens, 4,700 damage, as we mentioned. And most of it was for more than 300 meters, and that really is the way to play the Scent 7-1, and it's part of the reason I'm not very good at it, because I do not like to snipe. He hit 10 vehicles and killed 3, so 10 of the 15 enemies. That's amazing. And 1,700 assists, so, and that was on a 5 times, it looks like, or a 2 times, I don't know, but he got 8,000 experience. That's insane. Good job. Where did I park? Do send your ace tankers in, guys. I am going to try and get back on that. For those of you that have sent some in the past, some of them just don't work anymore, and so I apologize about that, but we will get back on these, and I hope you guys have a great day. Toadster out.